Ghosts of San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Carl Malden. Also starring Michael Douglas. With guest star Michael Burns. Special guest star Brenda Vaccaro. Tonight's episode, Act of Duty.
There's Lessing. Yeah. Doesn't matter how many times you've done it, it still makes your skin crawl. A loose screw sitting out here somewhere in the dark, or walking around in that market watching women, and they don't even know he's there. Gotta hand it to gals like Evelyn. To be bait for a rapist, I wouldn't do it. Don't have to worry, buddy boy. Not with legs like yours.
Mike?
Yeah, Lee.
Closing time, down to one line. But I think Evelyn may have a live one.
Okay, stick to it.
I can take that for you over here. Let's see, that'll be 50 cents for the berry rolls, Lieutenant, and 29 for the orange juice. $1.10 for the razor blades.
make out the plates?
Yeah. Looks like another Salad admirer.
Or a guy with ears as good as his eyes.
Guess it's another wrong night.
Let's hope it's not the wrong market. Get Lessing.
Right. Lee?
Yeah, Steve.
What about the rest of the cars in the lot?
All accounted for. They all belong to employees.
That's all for tonight.
That's it, Lee. Good night.
10-4.
Relax, relax. It's all over.
Thank you, Steve. I thought that guy on the register was checked out.
Everything but his IQ.
Well, the one following me fit the general description our witness gave us. You think it was him?
Well, we're not gonna find out tonight, that's for sure.
Well, maybe tomorrow.
No tomorrow for you.
Mike!
You did all right, Evelyn. But if that was our kinky friend, he won't go for the same bait twice.
She just wanted to cash in on that hamburger sale tomorrow.
Well, why don't you go out and buy her a steak?
I was hoping for a home-cooked meal tonight. She's got a lot of goodies in here.
Hey, I have a roommate, remember?
That's something else we gotta talk about.
Well, we can talk about it tomorrow. Right now, we've got a report to fill out.
Right. Good night, babe.
Good night.
Hey, lock it.
You know, she wouldn't want to hear this, but I'm certainly glad she's off that detail.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. I just don't think this is woman's work.
Kind of had that elevator hung up, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever seen you around here before. You new in the building?
Oh, no, I've been here a couple years. I don't think I've ever seen you either.
Sure you have.
Listen, thank you very much.
Oh, there's plenty of time for thanks.
Mark.
Something for a law lady. And cute, too. Well, real cute. You and your friends were figuring on trapping me tonight, weren't you? Well, that's the way it is with traps sometimes. They just snap those old teeth right back in the person trying to set them. You scared? And I bet you fight real good, too, don't you? Yeah, I bet they taught you how to fight like a real wildcat.
And so, dear Lord, we ask that you give our sister Evelyn, who served the armed forces of this country and the police department of this city, and who gave her life in an act of duty, a peaceful rest in this grave until the day when you the resurrection and the life shall raise her up in glory. Then she may see the light of your presence, dear Lord Jesus, in the kingdom where you live, forever and ever. Amen.
Come in, Evelyn.
You did it, Mike. You gave me duty.
Well, it was your record and your request.
Yeah, but it was your decision. I don't know. Working a stakeout, I finally feel like I belong. Thanks, Mike.
Nervous?
Yeah?
You know, you don't have to do this stakeout.
No. You don't have to take a case when it looks like it's going to get rough either. We're not social workers. We are police officers, right?
Guess I was thinking a little different.
Why? Because you're a man and I'm a woman?
Because you're a woman that I care about. Okay.
She was my only friend. In all my life, my only real friend. Kicks in a graveyard. You hang around here and keep dropping pills, and you're on your way, she said.
Evelyn?
Yeah, those were the first words she ever spoke to me. She was still a rookie.
Working juvenile. She told me that.
You know, I thought I was getting busted. But she just kept talking to me like she was a friend. And like somebody who understood, you know? Somebody who cared.
She didn't book you. Instead, she took you home. She did it more than once. We shut our eyes to it because we knew she was getting through.
Yeah. She got through all right. Evelyn changed my life. I owe her for that. Just hurts knowing I can't pay her back now. I'm gonna miss her. God, I'm gonna miss her a lot. Bosley. Excuse the mess. I just haven't felt like unpacking.
Well, I'd like to see you completely out of Pacific Heights.
You know, this is the same area of the 3 victims.
Yeah, I know it. I'm just hoping I luck out. I hope he picks up on me one night.
Sherry, no overtime.
Only what I'm paid to do.
Only what you're told to do.
Mike, I'm on this case. Don't tell me any different.
Sherry, maybe you're too involved.
I only want to do what I've been trained to do. And as far as involvement is concerned, I think we're all pretty involved. Mike, you put her on that duty. You were hung up on her, Steve, and she happened to be my best friend.
Involvement isn't the issue. It's who's best qualified and most experienced.
Well, Evelyn was one of the most qualified people in that department and one of the most experienced, and it didn't help her.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
We gotta go. Lenny's waiting.
Who's Lenny?
He's a shrink we're working with.
Before we go any further, we want to make a complete profile on this scum we're after. Lock it.
Look, don't get uptight with me. You don't know who he is. He doesn't understand his problems. And you're asking for 8x10 glossies with thumbprints? I mean, come on, Mike.
Well, what about his M.O.? Doesn't that tell you enough to translate for us?
What, the corner market? That's a natural, a regular game preserve. Chicks on display there like all the rest of the merchandise. Shouldn't need a psychiatrist to tell you that.
No. What I need is a giant aspirin.
Hey, this looks great. You want to try it?
No, not for me.
What about the apartment? Anything unusual there?
Yeah, no sign of forced entry.
Talked his way in. That's usually the way. That's why women don't like to report rape. They don't like admitting they got halfway there on their own. Oh, sorry, man. I forgot you were seeing her.
Can I have the pepper, please? She's a trained police officer, Lenny.
Off duty.
Yes, but that has
no
nothing...
buts, man. Off duty, she was a chick. I'll have a hamburger medium.
Thank you.
Well, this guy's got to be smooth if the same guy in both these cases. How many you say, 2 before Evelyn in the same neighborhood?
Yeah.
And with 1 in 20 reporting a rape, no telling how many other victims he left behind choking on their nightmares.
Okay, you say he charms them, which squares with what the one girl we've talked to said. She let him unload her groceries, and then he loaded her into the car. But how does a guy who's obviously as intelligent as this dude is, how does he become such a freak?
Well, if it's a profile of a rapist you're after, intellect isn't relevant.
Then what is?
Primarily his hatred toward women. A twisted view of sex.
Sadism.
Sure. Masochism, sure. Perversion, sure. Turned on by violence, by danger, the chance of being caught, sure.
Now, wait a minute. Are you saying that this guy is smart enough to get one of the best women on the force to let him into her apartment, and then dumb enough to chance getting caught?
We're not talking about a rational mind. This is a man who's both psychotic and schizoid. And when you're dealing with those 2 aberrations, you've got an infinite variety of behavior patterns.
Wait a minute, Lenny. English. Simple.
Okay. In the beginning was childhood.
Very good.
His, the rapist, must have been a bummer. A domineering mother, maybe even seductive toward him. Weak father, if any. So he builds up a whole push-pull thing about sex and authority. He wants them both, but he can't handle either one of them. He has normal physical needs, but he wants to be punished for the worst act he can imagine. So there's a violent reaction in here. And it has to find a violent means of expression, you dig? Look, it's awful to say it, but Evelyn, being a policewoman, probably gave this guy the biggest high he's ever had.
Okay. Okay, Lenny, thanks. I guess we've got a pretty good idea of what we're looking for. Now we just have to find out who.
Oh, listen, you're not eating?
No, not for me.
Checked out the guy driving the truck?
Yeah, clean. Home with his wife and friends 5 minutes after he left the market.
Well, somebody else saw her and followed her home.
Yeah, well, we waved goodbyes.
Well, there was no way of knowing, buddy boy.
Yeah.
Well, what about the first victim? She's still staring at a wall?
Yeah. We're going to talk to the second one again. What was her name?
Connors, Nancy Connors.
Look, we're just going over old ground. I told all of this to Officer,
Hinnick. Evelyn Hinnick.
Yeah. Well, I told her everything. Intimate stuff, things I didn't even believe were coming out of my own mouth.
Miss Connors, well, can I call you Nancy?
Yeah. Do you want to stand on formalities with the kind of nitty-gritty you're after?
No, I guess not. Your description of him, it was pretty vague. You said he was in his 20s, medium height, dark hair. Could you be more specific?
Look, I'm glad I can't remember. I'm trying very hard to forget it. It wasn't very pretty.
I'm sure it wasn't. But now that you've had time.
It was dark where my car was. And he hit me as soon as he knew what I was... I should have stayed in Libya.
Where?
Oh, I've been working overseas for the past 8 years. Oil companies like this one.
I see. You said when you fell, he hit you and then he kicked you. Is that right?
You know, it left quite a mark. So it must have been a pretty heavy boot.
Boot?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. When you talked to Evelyn, you didn't say anything about a boot.
Didn't I?
No.
Well, it was a boot, all right.
What color boot?
A black, or maybe dark brown.
Do you remember what kind? I mean, was it mod, cowboy, hiking?
I don't know. Leather. Yeah, leather and laces.
You told Evelyn that he kept saying Opie really likes you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Could it have been Obie or Oli?
It was Opie. I'm sure of that. Isn't it funny? I just remembered another time he said it.
What?
He said, Opie's off base now, baby. Opie's off base.
Off base. Are you sure?
Yeah. Look, I haven't helped you very much, and I've said all this before, but...
Not quite all of it. Thank you, Nancy. I'll walk you back across. I have an umbrella.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Nancy. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I know I wasn't much help.
Oh, yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mike, what do you want me to do? Sit home and crochet a sweater?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. You might get cold working as a meter maid.
Now, look, Mike, a woman is going to talk more openly about rape to another woman than she is to other fellas, right?
Okay. So we're a couple of thrill seekers. Now get home.
Before I tell you what I got from Nancy Connors, or do you want me to phone it in?
Get in. Hurry up.
I'm coming.
All right. Let me have that whole sentence again.
Opie's off base now, baby. Off base.
Off base.
What about a military base?
The Presidio.
Yeah, it's right next to Pacific Heights, and that squares what Nancy Connors said about those boots.
That's right. Black or dark brown leather with laces, like service issue.
Set up an appointment with the CO.
Right.
Call from outside, will you? Please. Sit down.
Okay, here we go. You're the 1,000-year-old wise police lieutenant, and I'm the 27-year-old rookie, and it's lecture time.
How did you ever get into the academy?
Truth is, I was rejected. If it hadn't been for Evelyn, I never would have gotten in. Look, Mike, I don't know what's up. But if that Presidio lead comes through, I got it.
Sherry, listen to me.
And there's another thing I want to say, too. Everything I feel is on trial here, and you're a one-man jury.
Listen, Sherry. If we need another woman officer on this job, it's going to be Claudia Cole.
No! That's just not fair.
Wait a minute now. Whoever promised you fair in this job? Or in life? Is it fair that Evelyn is dead? Is it fair that people get stabbed, shot, and robbed? What's fair? Sometimes even justice isn't fair. Claudia is up because I say so. Because she's been around longer than you. Because she'll do exactly what I tell her without improvising. And because her chances of survival are better than yours.
You're all heart, Lieutenant.
Right now, Claudia is the best suited for the job, period. And someday, I hope to be able to say to another rookie that Sherry is the best one for the job.
Thanks. Is that all, sir?
Oh, Sherry.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
We've got 4,600 men assigned to the Presidio, Lieutenant. Inspector Keller gave me enough to start wheels turning on all of them.
And nothing's turned up yet?
No one named Opie. No one with that nickname. Not even a surname like Oppenheimer that could be cut to Opie, for example.
What about initials?
Only one with the initials OP. Name's Prentice. Orrin James Prentice.
O.P. Opie.
Bring in the file on Specialist 4, Orrin James Prentice, please.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, now who would want to steal some old shorts and holy t-shirts?
That the right machine?
Yeah, I use the same one every time. I've never seen you down here before.
Usually at night.
Well, I guess I'll have to revise my laundry schedule.
Don't bother.
Hey, let me get that. There. That ought to buy me at least 30 seconds, huh?
Okay. I'm counting.
I bet you are, too. There's no way this guy's gonna score with me, right?
I'd say you were wasting your time, yeah. And your money. But thanks.
Oh, now, wait a minute. That is just judging a man too fast. I mean, we should go somewhere, do something first. Maybe catch a movie, go to dinner, take it from there.
Would you get your hand off the door, please?
Sure. After you give it another 30 seconds or so to think about it, okay? Just a movie. Tonight, maybe.
Open the door.
Not until I get an answer.
I gave you an answer. And if you haven't gotten it by now, you must be pretty thick.
I mean the answer I want.
Sherry?
Come in.
Hello.
Hi.
Sherry, I just knocked on your door about that recipe. Well, if you have time, I could show you how to fold those egg whites in right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got the time right now. Come on.
You know, when I lost Mr. Wentworth...
Sherry? Rain check?
No. I don't think we'd enjoy the same movies anyway.
Psychiatric report.
Colonel Frawley, would you have his complete history?
Certainly. It's kept at Letterman General Hospital. It's one of our support facilities.
Now, could you arrange to have the psychiatrist meet with us?
Right away. His name's Dr. Frank Kamer.
Guess I'm gonna have to believe what they say about the new army. We've only been here an hour.
Well, I've got rank staff facilities and 3 teenage daughters. I'll call Dr. Kamer.
Off all of his tests, I'd have to say that you're talking about a man with that kind of potential violence, yes.
Then why does the Army let a man like this run around loose?
Those are personality tests, Lieutenant. They're indications, tendencies. And we don't have any more tangible evidence that the man is a rapist than you do.
Tell me, Frank, any father in the picture?
Cut out early, a boozer, gambler. The mother told Orrin the old man was a bum.
Well, if he hates authority, why do you enlist in the Army?
Most rapists are schizoid.
Well, that's that push-pull thing, huh?
Behavior, personality, goals, all completely unpredictable, like life.
And death. Was she coming in?
Nope.
No, what do you mean, no?
She's split.
Where?
I don't know. I'm checking the airlines, immigration's checking passports.
So who's that?
One of the victims, Nancy Connors.
Great. The only girl on earth who can identify Prentice for a jury.
She worked overseas for 8 years, has lots of friends, could be anywhere.
24-hour surveillance on Prentice. Colonel Frawley will take care of him when he's on the base. The minute he steps off, our men will tail him.
Wait a minute. Are you sure this guy doesn't have a record? I've seen him before.
You have. That night at the market, remember? The character standing next to me buying razor blades, remember?
No, well, that wasn't where it was, but that's how he followed her home, right?
I guess so.
You know where it was?
Where?
He was at the funeral. Just as we were leaving, you and Sherry were walking in front, and I bumped right into this guy. He didn't say a word, he just stood there. I'm sure that's his face.
Does that make any sense?
Perfect. Maybe, if we've got him pegged right.
Oh, I can see it. Hoping that someone would recognize him. Of course, knowing that no one would. Knowing that he'd gotten away with killing her. He must have gotten quite a kick out of that.
I want him, Mike.
Steve, he's a sick man. He needs help.
So what do you want from me, huh? Who's gonna go help Evelyn? All right, what's our next move?
Our only move is to get him off the streets. After that, it's up to the courts, right?
Right.
Okay. I only know one way. More bait. And we'll start tonight.
Prentice got off the base early before Frawley could get anybody on him.
Well, what about our men?
Didn't get word in time. He got through the scene.
Well, place units on all the logical targets.
Well, that's going to take some people. You still feel the same way about Sherry?
You think I'm wrong?
No, I think you're right. I just know that she's going to ask.
Well, then she's going to get the same answer. She's too green. Well, hello.
Hello.
Well, Because nobody loves me, not even any male. You going somewhere you want company?
No.
Sure?
Very.
Well, can't win them all.
Bye.
Bye?
Over there. Something fishy about that one. Can you make out the plate?
Wait a minute, we're looking for a convertible, right?
Yeah, never mind. The license is California, BZE 298.
Looks more like 011, maybe 017.
All the places to park. Looks like a woman.
Yeah, I guess you didn't read the newspapers.
No matter how you try to educate, let me have these a minute. Damn.
It's Sherry.
That's right, Sherry. And if you were right about Prentice being at that funeral, then he must have seen her with us. Listen, if she gets in there, he's gonna smell stakeout for sure. I told you no overtime.
Now, come on, Mike. I have a right to shop when and where I please.
Outside.
Now, wait a minute. You don't have a right to come...
Out. You're sure?
Who? Who are you talking about?
Our man.
You know who he is?
And he knows who we are. That's why we're outside and the other guys are inside with Claudia.
How does he know you?
Saw us and Evelyn got killed.
Now he may have seen me with you. Do you know what a control situation is?
Well, yes.
Well, you may have just blown it.
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't know.
You didn't know enough to follow orders. You didn't know enough to listen. You didn't know enough to think that this department could handle this situation.
I said I'm sorry.
Sometimes sorry doesn't make anything right. Just remember that, rookie. I'm going to get in Lessing's car. Take her home.
Wait a minute. My car's right over there.
Oh, right over there, huh? Right in the darkest corner of the parking lot. Well, all you needed was a free love poster and a neon light in your navel. Miss Reese, you are grounded.
Grounded?
That's what I said, grounded. And if you break it, you're through.
He's the worst kind.
The worst kind of what?
You know what. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane.
Sherry, he's a cop.
So am I a cop.
That's right.
Well, I didn't figure you in the same club. Not the way Evelyn felt about you.
You're not Evelyn.
You're right. I suppose she would have done everything he told her to.
Probably, yeah.
Well, he wouldn't be playing Uncle Mike to me if I were a man.
Orrin Prentice does not assault and murder men.
Orrin Prentice. That's his name?
Yeah. Colonel at the Presidio gave us his file. One total freak.
He is in the service.
Till we get him, yeah.
Nothing?
Not inside. Anything from the other units?
All quiet.
Barrett's staying right close to Claudia.
Good.
I'll give it 5 and head back in.
Steve.
That's a bad lock. You could open it with a credit card. Have it changed, all right? Get a bolt installed.
Well, I never felt so dumb in my whole life. All that training to protect other people, and here I am with my own private security patrol.
Stop putting yourself down, okay? Mike must have had a reason for me to come home with you.
You mean if Prentice was at that funeral, he might know where I live?
It's possible, yes.
Oh. I wish you had that picture on you.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I'll just keep imagining things, you know, thinking every guy I see is him until I see it. Oh, come on, Steve. You don't have to do this, really.
How am I going to stay in practice?
Oh, please, Steve, don't worry about me. And don't look under the bed. I'm really going to feel like a fool.
I'll make that your assignment, all right?
Oh, come on. Okay, now you can't say that I don't take orders.
Put that in the report, too. You have any more closets?
No, that's why the rent's so reasonable.
What about the bathroom, tub or shower?
Tub.
Could you check it?
I've got sweaters soaking in it.
Just check it.
Okay. All clear.
All right, well, I'm gonna head back. Okay. I'll be getting an earful, too.
Steve.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Look, why don't you put the chair in front of the door tonight, and in the morning, get the bolt installed?
Yes, sir. All right, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Inspectors 81 to headquarters. Alert all units vicinity of Pacific Heights area. It's at 10:30 at 421 Terry Drive. Vehicle registered to rape suspect Prentice. I think he's in apartment 212. I'm going in. Send backup units.
Something in the bag? You're not gonna need that. No, you're not gonna need this. Now, don't worry, Sherry. You can make it right. There's nothing wrong with you at all.
Don't do it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Officer Reese, get an ambulance.
You didn't give me a choice, Mike.
Happens sometimes. Maybe nobody gave him one either. Like Lenny said, in the beginning, there was childhood.
Well, that's perfect, then. Thank you very much. The room at the St. Francis is all ready.
A room?
We thought you could do with one night's rest.
Well, what are you gonna do?
What do I usually do, the reports?
It's not gonna look so good for me, is it?
It could have read a lot worse.
What about my career? Is that over?
Well, like I said before, I'm going to be telling another rookie, Sherry Reese is the best.
Thanks, Mike. And thanks, Steve, for the phone call, but I really, I'm gonna be okay. Just as soon as I get some of this mess cleaned up.
Take your coat off, buddy boy. How much do you pay by the hour?
What are you talking about?
So where's the vacuum cleaner and broom?
Vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, you're off duty now, Miss Reese. We got to clean up by the hour now. We get paid by the hour.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's right in that closet, right where you're going.
Oh, here. Give this to the boy.
This is a vacuum cleaner, in case you don't know what it is.
This is a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Here.
Riding on the waves of light, in a world of endless dreams, where legends rise and heroes fight, forging destiny's gleams. Through the circuits and the code, in this realm of cyber might, we blaze a trail of courage bold to conquer every bite. We're the guardians of dreams in this virtual domain, marching through the circuits, our spirits never wane. Through quests and mighty battles, our legacy we'll claim. In this symphony of gaming, we'll etch our vibrant name. In the realm of echoes where the shadows speak. Whispers in the silence, secrets that we seek. Through the blazing fire, we're as from the fall. With courage unbroken, we heed the inner call. We're the warriors of time in this digital domain, marching through the circuits in this electric rain. Through the trials and battles, we'll claim our fame. In this symphony of pixels, we etch our name. Symphony, where the legends sing, echoes of our valor through every circuit ring. Through the darkest glitches and the glitches bright, we'll forge our destiny in this digital fight. We're the warriors of time in this digital domain, marching through the circuits in this electric ray. Through the trials and